taking you out tonight. I think you're so special. Have I told you that I loved you lately? And I'm so glad you're my baby. My heart is proud when I sing about you. And every day I know I can't live without you. And I don't mind, I gave up my hustle. For the things you need, I'll use my muscle. Girl, get your bag, we're going out. So we're going out to paint the town. Let's ride. We're going out tonight. So we're going out tonight. Let's ride. So let's ride. We're going out tonight. Now put your favorite dress on and put on your high heel shoes and some of that perfume, that one that smells so good on you. So good on you. Then after dinner, baby, we're going out to hit the town and dance and party all down. Then late night, we'll drive up the coastline and watch the sunrise, just you and I. Let's ride. Let's ride.
Game-changing innovation will always be at the heart of the Smoking Glass Hour and our goal to make a difference. Just as our message has evolved to meet the challenges of the 21st century, so has our approach to community engagement. We believe when people talk, differences can be made. We believe when diversity exists, it's a pathway to success. Tune in to our live broadcast, social media messages, and join our Make a Difference campaign. Let us massage your ears. Tune in at www.thesmokingglasshour.com or catch us on social media at Baron Glass Hour. We are on the move in the 21st century. Join us.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass. We are honored to have you as a guest tonight and want to thank each of you for your faithful support. Without further delay, allow me to introduce to you Mr. Baron Glass. Mr. Glass, take it away.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass. On today is a very special day, I would imagine, for United States Senator Bernie Sanders. We know just within the past 24 hours, Mr. Sanders did what many thought or felt that he could not do. You see, when you believe in something, you can make it happen. When you believe in something, it can work. So if you are out there right now and you are feeling the burn, go and tell all of your friends, all of your family, all of your neighbors, your co-workers, and so on, to let them know that the Smoking Glass Hour is talking about Bernie Sanders and his campaign bid for the United States president to occupy the Oval Office. Now, we know that mainstream media, if you looked last night at MSNBC, if you looked at CNN, Fox News, and all of those other affiliates, nobody gave Senator Sanders the time that he has so willingly deserved. You see, we believe here at the Smoking Glass Hour that it is important that all voices shall be heard. It is important that all voices shall be at the table of love where all of those deals are made. So you see, that is why some of us here at the Smoking Glass Hour, if not all, we are feeling the burn and we support the United States Senator Bernie Sanders with his bid to become the 45th president for the United States of America. You see, mainstream media is controlled by 6 corporations. And it's sad to say that 90% of the corporation, they determine what it is that you hear, how you hear it, when you hear it, and guess what? Unlike us, our number one goal is to make a difference. Their number one goal is to divide the people and distort the message. So we know that Hillary Clinton took more delegates out of the primaries in Michigan and in Mississippi on Tuesday night. But guess what? Bernie Sanders himself, by winning in Michigan, scored a massively important symbolic victory that will likely re-energize his campaign and extend the Democratic presidential race for weeks, if not months, on down to the convention. What last night meant is that Bernie Sanders' campaign is strong in every part of the country. Sanders said himself last night that Florida on Tuesday night, he believes that our strongest areas are yet to happen. But my question to you is this: do you believe that Bernie's strongest positions are yet to come? Do you believe that Bernie's strongest areas are yet to happen? Now, give Sanders a remarkable comeback for his victory in Michigan, because most polling places had him losing by more than 20 points. You see, this is mainstream media. This is their number one goal, to distort, as I said, the message that you receive and to divide the people. You see, Hillary Clinton does not have a mandate, as some would have you to believe. You see, there are a handful of large industrial states, many clumped in the Midwest, where Sanders now has to be considered viable and a viable candidate, assuming that he continues to ride the trade message that has catapulted him to the top in the Wolverine state. You see, we know that Mississippi had delegates to be awarded. We know that Super Tuesday had many delegates
to be awarded. But guess what? Bernie Sanders is still within striking distance to be a formidable challenger against former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Now, once again, if you notice, they showed Donald Trump in his entirety. They showed this idiot, and yes, I said idiot, talking about Trump steaks, talking about Trump wine, talking about Trump magazine, but not one time did he provide you any type of roadmap as to how and what his policies will be and how they will be beneficial for you as an American citizen. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that you have to read between the lines and understand and be able to discern who is and who's not. You see, when we look at Ohio and its haul of 66 delegates, it looks good for Clinton as of this morning, with the CNN polls once again showing her with the lead by 30 points. But given Senator Sanders' surge in the final days before Michigan, not to mention the positive press he'll get in Ohio and elsewhere from his Michigan win, you can hardly write off, and it will be hard to totally write off his chances of being successful in the next upcoming weeks. See, the same goes for Illinois, which, like Ohio, votes on March the 15th. And by the way, that's my firstborn's child birthday. But guess what? I will still be out there feeling the burn and trying to get Bernie's message out there. You see, when you look at Wisconsin on April the 5th, and then you hover on over to Pennsylvania on April the 26th, the question that I'm trying to get you to understand is that you play a role in helping Senator Sanders become a successful and formidable candidate for the 2016 presidential election. Well, why do you say that? Well, I say that because Senator Sanders cannot win without you going out trying to convince your friends, your family. You see, the show last night, on Monday night, we talked about why. Why do people vote for Hillary Clinton out of obligation without considering the option of Senator Bernie Sanders? So what we want to do is tell people about Bernie. Tell people about his message. Tell people about his civil rights record. Tell people about how he's fought and will continue to fight against these Wall Street, Goldman Sachs, big-time executives who don't give a flip about you and I. You see, putting aside the more technical aspect of what Sanders' victories mean, we must tell you this, that for Senator Sanders to win in Michigan, that makes it much harder for the Clinton people to dismiss him as either a regional candidate or someone who can win only small, not very democratic states that hold caucuses. See again, either senator, former senator, or former Secretary of State, former First Lady, Hillary Clinton, either she will put out these conflicting messages, either mainstream media will put out these conflicting messages, or other individuals who are anti-Bernie will put out these conflicting messages. But you see here, the Smoking Glass Hour is trying our best to help spread the message for Senator Sanders. So you see, Sanders' marquee victory before last night was in New Hampshire's primary on February the 9th. Guess what? Guess what happened on February the 9th? It was dismissed, effectively so by the Clinton folks, as simply a state choosing a hometown hero or close enough to a hometown hero. You see, they even tried to mimic, to fabricate, to send you some mixed information about Bernie's win. So we need all of you Bernie Knights, And all of you Bernie Sanders, and I don't even know if Bernie Knights is a word, but if it's not, I just created one. So if I get rich, all of the Smoking Glass Hour supporters and Bernie Sanders supporters, we won't forget about you. You see, in his wins in Kansas and Nebraska were written off as largely meaningless amid Clinton's continued delegate dominance. You see, Sanders' victories in Colorado and Minnesota, two larger states, were played down because they were simply caucuses, perceived as more favorable to the liberal Sanders than primaries. So what am I trying to do? I'm trying to get you to understand that Senator Sanders is important. We're going to pause briefly right now, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
As 2016 draws near, so does the presidential election. Let God be your guide to lead you to the right decision. Don't rely on others' opinions. Use your opinion and choose the right president for 2016 to lead our country.
You know, people always ask me why I do what I do. It was the teaching of my mother who taught me how to be strong and never waver when it comes to what I believe in as a man. She taught me that if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Here at WMAD Radio, the goal is to stand for something and make a difference in the world while I still have that chance. Thanks to my mother for all she has done for me. Join the WMAD team where we can make a difference in the world today.
You are listening to WMAD 24-hour global radio, where you can relax and listen to all genres of music every day, live talk shows, and we feature real people making a difference in the community. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend to listen to WMAD 24-hour global radio, a station that's on the move in 2015. Join us. Yes, indeed. Join us at the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass. We are on the move in 2016, 2015, and 2014. We were doing the same thing then as we are doing now. And if you listen to the Smoking Glass Hour on Monday nights at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, you are sure to learn something that you did not know prior to the show. Why? Because that's my number one goal. Now, let's look at Senator Sanders. Although Senator Sanders' win virtually ensures that this race goes through April, Pennsylvania's primary isn't until the end of that month. And maybe, just maybe, all the way through when California votes on June the 7th. It still does not change the underlying delegate math of the contest, and there Clinton retains a considerable edge. Sanders' narrow Michigan win netted him only 7 more delegates than Clinton, while her massive victory in Mississippi gave her a 25 delegate edge. The night netted out of then a plus 18 for Senator Clinton. Her overall delegate lead, when the unelected and unpledged superdelegates are added into the mix, stands at 650, and she is now more than halfway to the 2383 delegates she needs to formally secure the nomination. And that is why we are trying to get all of you out there to understand that Senator Bernie Sanders need your help. We need you to forcefully and aggressively explain to people what Senator Sanders' record is about, what he's done, how long he's been in the United States Senate, what are the things that he has fought for. And we need your voice to be heard. We need you to come on the Smoking Glass Hour and talk to us. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend to listen to www.thesmokingglasshour.com. They can even listen on their smartphone, driving to and from work. They can listen while they're sitting in their lounge chair, talking to each other, socializing. They can listen while they're mowing the yard. All you have to do is put your phone plugs in, earplugs. So you see, it's just that simple. You can catch us on Spreaker.com. You can catch us on TuneIn, iTunes, Blog Talk Radio. You can catch us all over Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Google+, everywhere there's a social media site or avenue or an outlet. We have tried to have our voice heard. Now, with our voice being heard, you becoming a part of the program, your voice can be heard. If you have somebody that's out there right now who is a part of Bernie Sanders' platform, they can come on this show live, do a live show for an hour or two. If there's somebody out there who has access to a Bernie Sanders commercial, we will run that commercial for Senator Sanders. All we can do is what we're doing. And what we're doing, we know that it's helping because we have people all the time telling us that as a result of listening and hearing with an open mind, they are considering Bernie Sanders. So when we look at the favorite nominee, which is Clinton, on a night when the Clinton campaign was hoping to take a big step forward in closing out the show, Sanders' uprising, it took a big step backwards for the Clinton campaign. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? The race continues and will continue for quite some time. Now, in my opinion, that's very good news for us. That's very good news for Senator Sanders and bad news for Hillary Clinton. Bad news for Hillary Clinton, period. So what I would like to do, we know that tonight there will be a debate on CNN with Bernie Sanders at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you're out there on the West Coast, it will be 2 hours less, so it'll be 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So if you can tell a neighbor to tell a friend to just not consider Hillary out of obligation, to give Bernie a chance, to let him be one of the options that they can choose. So when the smoke is clear and the dust is settled, when you go inside that voting booth, you know that you've made the best decision based on the best information, based on the most accurate information, and not by some third party who is trying to distort the message and divide the people. My only job is to give you the other side being the opposite of Secretary of State former Hillary Clinton, and then you can make your own decision. I know personally that I will be pulling and rooting. I will be pulling and rooting for Senator Sanders. So we know, here's the thing. I'm going to pause because here's the deal. I want to make sure that you listen to this. Stay tuned. I have a question. Are you tired of listening to the same old radio station, playing the same old music, and using the same old talking points that divide our country? If so, join me at the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass on WMAD 24-hour Global Radio, a station that's on the move in 2015.
We can be most effective when we are engaged in the political process, and there's no time like the present. One of our main goals is effective advocacy through active participation from youth. Those who stand for nothing will fall for anything. Our efforts to keep you engaged and informed as to the importance of current events happening locally and abroad started 2 years ago. Our number one goal is to make a difference. We need you. Join us at the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass. Catch us at www.thesmokingglasshour.com. We can be most effective when we are engaged in the political process, and there's no time like the present. One of our main goals is effective advocacy through active participation from you. Those who stand for nothing will fall for anything. Our efforts to keep you engaged and informed as to the importance of current events happening locally and abroad started 2 years ago. Our number one goal is to make a difference. We need you. Join us at the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass.
Yes, indeed. All I'm asking you to do is join us. Join us and let your voice be heard. Once again, we have been talking to you today about Bernie Sanders' win in Michigan. And what does it mean? It means that the race can continue to go forward. It means that he is a formidable candidate. It means that he has just as good a chance as Hillary Clinton. It means that he can be potentially the 45th president of the United States. It means that the things that we believe in, they have an opportunity to be on the forefront of the bargaining table when they're there bargaining with the Congress and the Senate. Again, 9 o'clock p.m. tonight, Eastern Standard Time, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, and 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Stay tuned and listen to the burn. Feel the burn, feel the burn, feel the burn. Thanks for listening to the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass on WMAD 24-hour global radio. Today's topic, Bernie Sanders' win in Michigan. And what does it mean? Make sure to join us tomorrow night, same place, same time difference, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be talking with Nikki Bedrick from Las Vegas, Nevada. Aaron Hopkins from Dallas, Texas, Vanessa Ghazi from Houston, Texas, and Dave Lamunch from Screen from the Center out of Colorado. So make sure you join and let your voice be heard. We will be sure to talk about Senator Bernie Sanders and his bid for the United States President of the free world, leader of the free world. Thanks for listening once again to the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass on WMAD 24-hour global radio. Have a good night.